Hi, Scottish Mudlarking with Nicole and Craig. It's the 1st of March, and as we head into spring we know that it's nesting season, so we've come along here to listen to the birds as they make their nest by this beautiful bubbling wee river, whilst we see what we can find here on this bank. A bit of pottery. Doesn't look particularly cool. Oh, it's actually glass, and I don't think it's even brown glass. I think that's a piece of clear glass that's very mucky. So we'll leave that. I've seen a very interesting shaped piece of glass here though. Now I know it's a piece of glass, but it's actually quite well frosted for a river find. This wee piece here, and there's an interesting shape in that. Now I wonder, I think, could this be, no, it doesn't actually look like it is part of a cod bottle, so I'm not entirely sure what that is. Very interesting shape though. Let's see what Nicole makes of that. So, I've been busy basically pointing the camera at the river. Meanwhile, Nicole's been over there. Right, you can see her, yeah? We wave. And I heard an excited noise. So, I'm going to pop over and see what Nicole's found. So, what have you found?
Come check it out, it's right over here.
Okay, I'm crossing the river.
It's just at my feet, but let's see if you can see it too.
Okay, well, I can see a bit of a plastic bag. I can see a bit of what looks like it might be the bottom of a jar, but I don't see very much else.
Okay, come closer.
Is it closer towards your feet?
No, it's close to the bottom of the jar.
Oh, okay, right, so we'll come back over there. Okay, yeah, I think I can see it. I think I can spot what it is, even through this tiny little monitor that we have here. So I'm going to move in. I'm really desperately trying not to get my wellies full of water today because the river's quite high. Not at this point, but there we go.
Yeah,
enough blabbing from me.
There it is, there
it is. That's fab, so we can see what that is.
Yeah, it's a vulcanite stopper in the neck. Let's take it out.
Very cool. Oh, quite a bit of neck and quite an interesting neck as well.
Oh yeah, very nice. It's like a blob top. Cool.
Well, I think that's pretty good going for a first find of the day. I remember one point, we were really excited about finding a vulcanite stopper inside the neck of a bottle.
Yeah, well, I'm still as excited today because that's a really rare find, and I really like this shape of the neck there, this kind of blob top thing.
So we know that vulcanite stoppers capped bottles that were filled with aerated water, so we imagine that there might have been pressure inside this bottle. But we're not used to seeing that kind of lip on the neck. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it is, but I think there's something on the top of the stopper. Shall we have a look?
Yeah, let's see if we can see that. It's always nice to get some kind of detail, some maker's details here. So
yeah. Can you see it?
If you can tilt it just a little bit to the... there we go.
Okay. Well, oddly, it's from the Ardunkless brewery in Kirkcaldy. So it says Kirkcaldy, Dunfermline, and yeah, I think that's probably it.
Very cool.
How cool is that?
Now we've just arrived, and I'm kind of having a wee look in the river here and deciding whether it's worth maybe trying to wade in there, see if we can find anything. I can see a few shards of pottery, but nothing that really tempts me into this icy cold water. Despite the fact that we have a lot of sunshine today, it's been really cold and quite rainy over the last wee while, so everything's going to be really freezing. So let's see what we can find on land before we take the plunge.
And guess what's here? It's our old friend, the milk churn.
As much as we'd love to take this home with us and use it for a garden ornament, we think it's about 90 to 99% rust at the moment, and it's pretty immovable as well. So, sadly, we're going to have to just leave it here, but maybe we'll find something very cool that we can take home.
Well, if that's not a piece of milk glass. It's quite a big piece actually. I think it is milk glass. Oh no, it's not. It's the bottom of probably a teapot. It's another piece of glass right there. Leave it stuck in there, looks a bit sharp. I think we'll leave that here.
Well, I was just climbing over here to, whoa, a wee bit muddy. So I was just climbing out here so that we could move back along when Nicole just said, "No way!" That's exactly what she said. Now, why did she say it? Let's see, I'm going to have to, whoa, good fun here on the rocks. It's rocky and muddy. Right, so I'm going to climb around here behind Nicole and we'll see what she's seen. So, can you see what Nicole's excited about here? I kind of can't see it through the neck. Through the neck? There's a wee bit of a clue there, folks. I can't see it through the lens of the camera. But you know, maybe it's more obvious than I think it is. We'll start moving in. Can you see it?
So cool.
There we go. Hidden underneath that wee. Is that metal?
It looks like metal, yeah.
Still though, can you see it? It's kind of shrouded in shadow there. That's very cool. What we found there is another vulcanite stopper and it's in the neck of a bottle. That's very cool.
Let's try and take it out, huh?
Yeah.
Oops. Woohoo.
Oh, it's a very different style bottleneck as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to wash it.
Yeah.
I can already see what it says.
You can?
Yep, it says Stillade.
That's very cool. We haven't found Stillade apart from, I think that one time.
In Teapot.
Yeah, when we met up with BBC.
Yeah, that's right.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a very slow approach, folks. I think that's really excellent going. You know, we've only just got here a wee while ago, maybe 15-20 minutes. We took a wee wander around and you found these two vulcanite stoppers, but not only that, they're in the bottlenecks. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I'm happy we came here today.
Yeah. We've got some angry birds above us. We'll go try and find some of the really nice chilled wee birdies. But for the moment, let's pick these up. We'll get them in the bag and we'll see what else we can find.
Yep, let's do that.
So a wee bit earlier on, I said that I could see a few wee shards of pottery, but they were in the river. And no, I didn't brave going in. But of course, here we see the intrepid Nicole down in the water. You finding anything?
Yeah, but the water is so cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you finding that the water's really cold?
It's like sticking your hand in the freezer.
Yeah, not so good. But you know, is it worth it? Are you making any amazing finds there?
Not yet. So far, I've just found a couple of pieces of plain pottery and the bottom of what I think might be an iron brew bottle.
Okay, cool. Well, look, we'll get a wee look at those later. I'm going to go somewhere a wee bit warmer in the sunshine, see if I can find anything. So, in the meantime, yeah, just, you know, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Stay warm. Now that's quite cool. Not sure if you can see it, but it looks to me like it's quite a large side section of an old jar, maybe a dripping jar, maybe a wee jam jar, not quite sure. Oh. Always cool to find these things. We can't do anything with that, so we'll leave that behind. Maybe we'll find something that we can use a little further along. That's very cool. I think that's the second piece, but that's a much nicer lid. Now, I think this is the kind of shaped lid that we'd normally get, and we'd call that a jam jar. This looks like quite a big jam jar. There'd have been a lot of jam in that jar. So if that's the kind of curvature that we have on it just now, you can imagine that going all the way around in a circle. If I can get it to stand upright. Yeah, so you can imagine that would continue all the way around here. It'd be a pretty big jar, right? Well, as per normal, it's a wee bit big. We can't use things like that, so we're going to leave that behind. But now I wonder, I've just seen this wee piece of glass. Is that glass? No, it's wood. Just a wee bit of wood there. Off to the side though, and we just come along here, there's a much smaller piece of ceramic. Now I'm not sure what that is. That might be part of that same jam jar. It might be something completely different. But it looks quite interesting. There's a little lip on one side of it, so we'll take it out and have a wee look. It's much more highly decorated than that. We can see some embossed decoration here. You can see that lip there. That's the kind of plain qualities that we have on the jam jar. You can see that this is a wee bit different. Much more elaborate and ornate. So we've just crossed over from that wee section where we had the milk churn, and Nicole spotted something, but we're not sure what it is.
No, let's go check it out.
Is it a bottle though?
Yeah, it's the bottom of a bottle.
It's hard
nice.
to see what colour that is as well.
Yeah, I'll see if I can wash it out. It looks like it might, well, I thought it might be blue, but it's probably brown.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of thought blue as well. I could see just a wee hint, a wee glimmer.
Yeah, I'll go wash it out. It is blue. Now let's hold it up against the sun.
So it's the 1st of March today, and as you can see, the leaves aren't yet back on the trees. The sun's going down quite quickly in the afternoon. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, and the sun's well past its zenith. But we've got about another hour here, I reckon, and we'll see what we can find.
Now I can see something at my feet. I hope you can see that too. It kind of looks like it might be a marble. Now let's see if it is. I'm so excited. Oh, is it a marble? Is it a marble? Oops. Oh, so cold. Oh no. It's the dreaded vase filler. Now you probably know these as the kind of things you put into vases or aquariums. Wow, these are very much the things that nobody wants to find. Everybody says they are seeded, which means somebody's put them there on purpose. I really doubt that this was put here on purpose for somebody to maybe find in 20 years. But, well, you know, it's not a court marble. Alas, it's a vase filler. I'm obviously going to take it anyway, because it's a little treasure from the river.
I think this could well be the find of the day. The real question is, can you see it? It's not that interesting looking metal tin there. No, it's not that. Oh. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I think you can see it by now. Oh, the camera's even just swung around to it. There we go. Who would have thought? Out here in the middle of the woods. A really cool golf ball. Find of the day.
Right, let me take it out and see if it's got a maker's mark on it.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed for top flight.
Well, rather disappointingly, it's not top flight, but I think it says Auric, maybe it says Warwick or something. And
that's not so good, but still, never mind.
Yeah, there are lots of number 5s on it, so maybe it's a size 5?
Size 5 golf ball?
I don't know.
I thought they all came in one size. Maybe it's bounciness, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get that out of here and we'll get that in the recycling. That's quite cute. I don't think I've seen another piece of pictorial pottery today. That's well, I don't think I've seen another piece of pictorial pottery, to be honest.
No.
But I certainly haven't seen one with as nice a wee pattern as that. That's really lovely. That looks like transfer wear to me.
Yeah, it's probably from the blue willow pattern.
Yeah, everything you find is from the blue willow pattern.
Can't believe it. Look, come over here, check it out. Look, it's just sitting there.
Well, that's very cool, and that's really unusual for us as well. We don't tend to find whole bottles.
No.
You haven't picked that up yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, let's hope the bottom's entirely intact. That would be a real bummer.
Yeah.
No, that's very cool though, and yeah, you can see, if I get close in there on the neck, you can see that the thread on that neck is an internal one. So as Nicole said, this bottle was for a vulcanite stopper. Yeah, let's pick that up and let's have a wee look at that. Yeah. I can see some writing around the bottom, so we might be able to see what it is.
Barry! Pea Barry! Oh, there's water in it. I'm just
full of water. Anybody want a drink? Not me.
No, thank you.
No.
Okay, so what does it say here? Oh, Glasgow. So, I can read that it says here, Glasgow, G and P, Barry, Limited.
Well, let's have a wee peek at that.
Okay, so I'll just turn it very slowly so you can see it. Glasgow, G, it could be a
Is
C, G or C, I think it's a G.
Yeah.
And P, Barry.
Barry.
Limited. Uh-huh.
Now that's interesting. Well, do you know what? That's excellent because we can actually look up and see who G or C and P Barry were.
Uh-huh, yeah. My guess it's a lemonade manufacturer.
Yeah, my guess is it's one of these companies that used to drive around.
Oh.
And deliver juice to the door. So what we used to get back in the 70s when I was a wee boy is lorries would drive around and they would be packed full of bottles of juice, and you would get a wee card or a wee slip of paper. Either you just go right out to the lorry and just get your Coca-Cola, your orangeade, your ginger beer, your cream soda, whatever, you name it, and it was delivered to the door.
All right, well that's very cool. So I'm happy with this.
Yeah, 2 stoppers and a whole bottle.
Mm-hmm.
The vulcanite stoppers are really great finds. We've seen examples from both these companies in the past, so check out the links in the description for more on those. The G&P Barry Limited Glasgow bottle is a new one for us, so we'll say a little about that. From what we can find, the company was established in 1830, and it was actually based in Dundee. Additionally, G&P Barry had a large manufacturing and distribution plant on Maxwell Road in the Pollokshields area of Glasgow. Like many purveyors of aerated waters, Barry's also made beer, stout and even communion wine. G&P Barry existed in a time that has long since passed. It was a time when local rather than international distribution delivered the things that people desired to their doors. This often meant that people consumed their favourite flavoured fizzy drinks from companies that employed family members. Companies with factories neighbouring their homes. The things that people consumed were so much closer to the places and people that they knew personally. Connections like these created a kind of brand loyalty that is unknown today. It was a loyalty that was inseparable from the sweet lemonade smells that filled the streets where childhood games were played. It was a loyalty that was bound up in the sentiment that children felt for the relatives who brought them a fizzy birthday treat. G&P Barry belongs to a bygone time. Though that time is not entirely forgotten, it is a childhood memory for many.
Can you smell that?
Yeah, it's wild garlic.
That's so cool. This entire area is carpeted in wild garlic. We've never collected wild garlic from here, but it's prolific all the way along this river.
That's interesting. There's a piece of glass and it has got writing on it. I wonder what it says. So it looks like it says T and C and ERS, and there's maybe an M on the bottom. But the letters look like they're almost kind of hand applied.
Normally these embossed marks would be pressed into the glass in a mould. And yeah, now that I get closer down to it, it does look pretty rough going there, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's so weird. Let's
Very
take
cool.
that. I found a mug.
You found a mug?
I think it's modern.
A modern mug?
Yeah.
I think we'll leave that.
Well, I'm going to check it out and see if it is modern.
Okay, fair dues.
Oh, it's a half mug.
Oh, you only even got a cup of tea.
No! Sadly, we're not going to be able to get a drink out of this, but if you want to buy us a coffee, check out the link in the description. It's so lovely to be surrounded by all this birdsong, and it's given me a really nice idea for Sunday's craft project, but we need to find some baby pieces.
It's another really nice wee piece of printed ceramic. Blue again. I don't think that's the blue willow pattern at all. Certainly not that one. Do you know, it strikes me that I don't think we're going to find any really wee baby pieces here. So we might need to take a wee dig through our collection, maybe grab a few beads or so that we can get on with that project that Nicole has in mind for Sunday. Well, there's more of that than we first thought there was, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's some writing on it.
How cool is that? That's really awesome.
I know what it is.
Can you tell us?
Yeah, look, you can read that it says Linine, so it would have said Plynine, so that's a Plynine company in Edinburgh, and they made things like Lysol.
Right, so way back when, one of our first trips up to this part of the country,
Yeah.
we found that nobly green bottle. And that you reckon that's from the same company?
It is, yeah, it is.
How
I've seen
cool.
these. Yeah, that's very cool.
You're managing, you got better wellies than me.
Yeah.
Bit taller.
Okay.
Back on dry land.
Ooh.
So that's a few of the things that we've found, and Nicole, you can see, has added there this huge chunky bottle bottom piece.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting wee mark in there. I'm not quite sure what that is. The only real things that I've added to this, are a couple of wee bits of ceramic there. And I think Nicole's confirmed that is the pinch in a cod bottle. I reckon it might be, but it's got a strange kind of elongated line. It's almost like a almost like an eye shape or a teardrop shape, isn't it?
Yeah, but there were lots of different shapes of quart bottles, you know, they were kind of bulky and, well, yeah, I definitely think that's the pinch of the quart bottle. So, where's the marble that went with it?
Yeah, where's the marble? You know, there's the thing, we've got a whole bottle here and we've got 2 stoppers that we're pretty sure would fit that, so that's a nice set.
Yeah.
Even if they are in bottlenecks already, you know, I think that's all round a good find for the vulcanite bottles and the vulcanite bottle stoppers.
Yeah, definitely. And then this big bottom of a glass bottle bottom, and you can see there's some lines in there actually.
Yeah.
That's really nice. It's a really thick piece.
Do you think that's a turn mould bottle then, maybe?
Oh, it might have been, yeah. And this point there that you mentioned, that was an air bubble. You see, it's opened up, so
Yep.
it broke.
Yep, so, yeah, under the heat, that air bubble's just popped. That bottle that you found there, yeah, that's really cool, because that brings a real kind of continuity to our finds here as well. The very first thing that we found up in this part of the world, a wee bit further down the river than this, was from the exact same company as that bottle as well.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, we're coming full circle here 2 years later.
Yeah. Okay, let's get across the river.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting on the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. A massive thanks to everyone who's helped support this channel through Ko-fi, Etsy and Amazon. That makes a world of difference to us. Thank you so much. Don't forget to join us on Sunday when Nicole's going to be making some wee birdie inspired craft, inspired by the beautiful birdsong that we've been surrounded by today.